What happens when one of the world's most beloved brands loses its way? How do you restore purpose, passion, and integrity to a company that's grown too fast and forgotten its soul? Onward, How Starbucks Fought for Its Life Without Losing Its Soul by Howard Schultz is the story of a leader's return not just to a company, but to a mission. In 2008, Starbucks was in crisis. After years of rapid expansion, the company's magic, its sense of connection and quality, had faded. Stores felt mechanical. The coffee didn't taste the same. Sales were falling. The global financial crisis made things worse. That's when Howard Schultz, the company's founder and former CEO, made a bold decision. He returned to lead Starbucks again, determined to save not just the business, but its spirit. The first lesson from Onward is that leadership begins with purpose. Schultz reminds us that Starbucks was never just about coffee. It was about creating a third place between home and work, where people could connect, feel welcome, and belong. When profits became more important than people, the company lost its identity. Schultz believed that the only way to move forward was to go back to the heart of what made Starbucks special in the first place. The second lesson is that authenticity matters more than growth. Schultz took responsibility for the company's problems. He closed thousands of stores for retraining, halted expansion, and focused on improving the coffee itself. To investors, it looked reckless. To Schultz, it was necessary. He believed that restoring authenticity, caring deeply about quality, community, and people would be the only path to sustainable recovery. The third lesson is courage under pressure. Schultz returned to Starbucks amid skepticism and fear. The financial world doubted him. Even employees were uncertain, but he refused to make short-term fixes. Instead, he made tough, unpopular decisions, cutting costs, restructuring operations, and temporarily reducing profits to rebuild long-term trust. His conviction was clear. Doing the right thing is more important than doing the easy thing. The fourth lesson is about emotional leadership. Schultz writes openly about the vulnerability of leading through crisis, the sleepless nights, the doubts, the weight of responsibility. But he also shows that transparency and honesty inspire loyalty. He didn't hide bad news from employees. He shared it. He believed that people will fight for something they believe in, especially when they're treated with respect. The fifth lesson is that values and performance can coexist. Schultz rejected the idea that doing good and making money are opposites. He saw them as inseparable. Under his renewed leadership, Starbucks doubled down on social responsibility, fair trade coffee, environmental sustainability, healthcare for employees, while still improving profits. The result proved his belief: purpose drives performance. The sixth lesson is to reconnect with craft. Schultz was obsessed with the customer experience, the aroma of freshly ground beans, the sound of espresso machines, the warmth of barista interactions. He believed the company's success came from emotion, not efficiency. When Starbucks installed automatic espresso machines, it improved speed but removed the art. Schultz reversed that mistake, understanding that people crave authenticity, not automation. The seventh lesson is innovation rooted in mission. Starbucks didn't just need to fix the past, it needed to reinvent itself. Schultz led the launch of new products like the Via instant coffee line and new store designs that reflected creativity and craftsmanship. But every innovation, he insisted, had to serve the core mission to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. The eighth lesson is that culture is a company's soul. Schultz emphasizes that Starbucks' success was never just about business strategy. It was about people. The baristas, managers, and partners were the true heartbeat of the company. During the turnaround, Schultz prioritized culture over everything else. He visited stores, wrote personal emails, and made sure every employee knew they were part of something meaningful. He reminded them that Starbucks was built on connection, not transactions. The 9th lesson is resilience in uncertainty. The global recession hit Starbucks hard, but Schultz used adversity as fuel for renewal. He embraced what he called constructive paranoia, staying alert, humble, and ready to adapt. His leadership showed that crises are not just tests of business, but of character. When everything seems unstable, values become your compass. The 10th lesson is long-term thinking. Schultz refused to sacrifice integrity for short-term results. Instead, he focused on rebuilding trust with customers, employees, and shareholders alike. Over time, that trust restored both the brand and the bottom line. His patience and conviction proved that real recovery doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of rebuilding belief. Another powerful insight from Onward is the reminder that connection, not caffeine, was always the company's real product. Schultz understood that Starbucks wasn't selling just coffee, it was selling comfort, community, and consistency. In a world filled with stress and distraction, it offered a sense of belonging. That's why the turnaround wasn't about financial engineering, it was about emotional reconnection. Schultz also teaches us that great brands, like great people, must constantly evolve without losing their identity. Starbucks began embracing technology, mobile apps, digital ordering, and loyalty programs, but Schultz made sure it enhanced rather than replaced the human experience. His philosophy was clear: technology should serve people, not distance them. Another theme woven throughout the book is gratitude. Schultz never forgot his humble beginnings in Brooklyn's working-class neighborhoods. He carried those roots with him into every leadership decision. He believed companies had a moral responsibility to take care of the people who made their success possible. That belief shaped Starbucks' benefits, tuition programs, and inclusive hiring practices. It's a reminder that leadership with heart builds loyalty money can't buy. So, how do we apply Onward today? First, remember your purpose. Why you started matters more than how far you've gone. Second, put people first. Culture and relationships build loyalty that money can't buy. Third, lead with honesty. Share the truth, even when it hurts. Fourth, stay grounded in quality. Never let growth dilute excellence. Fifth, innovate with heart. Creativity must serve mission, not ego. Sixth, embrace failure. It's feedback, not finality. Seventh, hold on to your values. They're the anchors in every storm. Eighth, invest in your team. People are your greatest competitive advantage. Ninth, stay humble. Success requires constant self-correction. And 10th, always move onward. Progress is built on persistence. Modern relevance is unmistakable. In an age when companies chase scale and speed, Onward reminds us that purpose, quality, and empathy never go out of style. It's not just a business book, it's a blueprint for rebuilding trust, culture, and meaning in any organization. Schultz's lessons resonate far beyond Starbucks. Whether you're leading a team, a company, or your own life, integrity and passion are the true ingredients of success. Perhaps the most powerful message from Onward is that renewal is always possible. Companies, like people, can lose their way, but if they reconnect with purpose and values, they can come back stronger. Schultz's journey is proof that leadership isn't about perfection. It's about perseverance, humility, and faith in the people around you. The big takeaway from Onward is this: success without soul isn't success at all. The best leaders don't just build companies, they build communities. And when challenges come, they don't just survive, they rediscover who they are and why they began. That was Onward by Howard Schultz, broken down into its most powerful lessons in under 10 minutes. Which lesson resonates most with you, the courage to rebuild, the power of purpose, or the balance of profit and principle? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this summary, make sure to like this video, subscribe to 10-Minute Books, and ring the bell so you never miss our weekly breakdowns of life-changing books. Thanks for watching, and remember, leadership isn't about how fast you grow. It's about how true you stay.